And we're live.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tales of Vardin. Here, Geist are excited to be back for the continuation of our story. We apologize for some technical difficulties at the beginning of start time. Best to eliminate those as forward. I am Chris, your GM. I will everything else. Let's go here to our good friend Zan.
Real quick, you're cutting out quite frequently as you're speaking. It might have your gain a little too high. Hey, how's it going? Normally it would have been Matt, but for some reason his camera's not connecting because a little low signal, I'm guessing. But that being said, I'm Daddy Tarzan, 82855. I'm controlling all the behind the scenes here. And I play William, a undead pirate captain, who's just trying to stay alive, not die at this point. Even though he's already undead, just trying to survive. That being said, I'm gonna hand it off to my invisible friend Goaty here, played by Matt, who's invisible right now because I can't figure out why his camera's not working.
I don't know why I'm invisible right now, but I'm Matt, also known as War Knight, out there on the interwebs. And I will be returning for the first time in a while as actual Godi Mimirson, not the thought construct of Godi Mimirson, but this individual, the Goliath druid, Circle of the Stars of the group, and perpetual voice of reason for this party. Yeah. Take it away. I believe Taylor would be up next.
Hello, my name is Taylor, also known as Nerdy Pinup Girl on TikTok and Instagram. If you like cosplay, body paint, voice acting, and Smashable Monsters, feel free to give me a follow. But today I am playing the wonderful and the amazing Grendel Fialova, the 7 foot tall half orc barbarian fighter, who is currently just digging into the abyss to get her beautiful goth tiefling girlfriend Helene back. And Mr. Balls is going to get it. I'm now going to hand it off to, let's do Emrys or Sai.
Oh, hail. I play Emrys. My name Simite on the interwebs, although good luck finding me. I'm only on that other streaming app. Uh, I play Emrys, who is just a dad trying to get back to his wife and kids. On to, oh boy, Dia.
Hey guys, I'm DL, also known as DFL.cos on all social media. I play Yvette, the mysterious amnesia cleric, query, warlock, query, both, probably. She did her best. This party is still alive and kicking for the foreseeable future.
That's great.
That should round out our cast for this evening, as Lee is traveling currently. So, yeah. So if you didn't make it for last session, actually, before I get into that, we have other shows that we do here on Two Diced. Right now, it's just Tales of Vardin bi-weekly, and Edge of the Empire with our good friend Dave Tarzan there, who runs it on every Tuesday evening as well. So make sure you're tuning in for those, as those are exciting episodes in the Star Wars universe. A really good watch and a really fun time. As far as our session is concerned, however, last time our party found themselves in the Palace of Stilled Time to retrieve 2 memory shards, memory echoes, to help them progress further into the abyss to track Lane's movements and hopefully find the culprits that took her, and eventually find Helene at the end of that road. The party escaped narrowly with their lives, returning a part of the Titan Dybex to himself that was ripped from him, but not before a calamitous fight between the Titan himself and the party. And as we return to the office, the safe space that is where Yongno resides, what is to be found next is to be diced. As the party returns to Youngno's office, the penguin is buried under the tapestries and pillows and coins that he finds himself retaining. Remind me who handed him his shard.
Grendel has her shard. I think, did I hand it?
Yeah, I think it was you, Sai,
Yeah.
that handed
Okay.
it over.
Okay, perfect. Sigh. And then you went inside the cabin. I think that's where we ended last time.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So let's go around, and now that we have this weight that is lifted, but there's still something that lingers. You all just came out of this battle against a titan very closely. Multiple of you have scraped against that barrier between life and death. What are each one of you doing as you transition from the Palace of Still Time to a safer space in Young's office?
No. I Emrys goes in and switches the dial to Astral Sea, ensuring that everyone is inside, and the door slams shut behind us, the key falling out onto the floor, as we are locked in here until that dial changes back to this plane that we're on's time.
Roll me
So,
a perception check. Is that like the first thing that you do, or do you take a moment and kind of get your bearings before you set your dial?
it is because he's really just wanting to get everybody time to go over their own emotions.
Okay, perfect.
So he's like, that's a 9 plus 5, 14. Not terrible.
The color on the dial next to the one you spin was like a fall foliage color, like yellows and oranges. Before you turn that dial, it is bluish white.
The second he notices the dial has changed, he's like, whoa, wait a minute. Goatee?
And Gody is there.
What's it done? You see that?
I imagine that I do see this. His Majesty Lord GM. Is there any way that I could perchance deduce what might be happening?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence.
Would this possibly be Arcana?
Considering it is a magical artifact, yes.
Might I guidance this roll?
Perhaps.
I place a hand on Goatee's shoulder and cast guidance on him.
Well, I can cast
Kidding.
guidance myself. I would rather you gave me the help action, homie.
I don't have it. Sure, I'll help him. My arcane is shit and always has been.
That's
Sure.
okay,
Yeah.
because all you got to do is give me the advantage on the roll so that I can roll twice. Help action, guidance, Arcana check. Hiya. So that's going to be a total of 23.
23. There are a few different dials and settings on this podium of sorts. And this particular one, the The item comes from the material plane and was previously set to that. So it's tracking date, time, everything according to what it is on the material plane. That dial that changed from oranges and yellows to this bluish white is kind of a indication of seasons.
From Godey's perspective, since the party was last here, how much time has actually passed?
For you, probably like 3 to 4 hours. For them, in the House of Stilled Time, it seemed like a good 12 to 15 hour stint
Oh my.
in that area. But the last time you were in here and looking at this dial, that dial was orange and yellow.
Yeah. Godey is going to present this to Emerus then.
Right. Well, that's
And
what
he-
I thought. See, but I just needed you to confirm it. That's good. That's good work, mate.
That's, that is very troubling news. As Godey is mentally contemplating all the possibilities of what could happen on the material plane with everybody gone for the change of a season, since he was tracking disturbances in the weave over the course of months and how frequent they were getting.
So we have to act fast, is what you're saying.
I don't think we can act fast while we are here.
Right. Which only serves to hasten my idea that we need to. And he flicks the dial to the astral sea. The door slams. And he is, buy ourselves a little more time. Right. Settling, mate.
There is a comfort in halting time, even when the true comfort would be turning it backward.
I don't think there's a setting for that.
Mm.
I don't.
Caliban separates from you, William. Hearing this, turning back time. There's a way.
Yep. I knew it. I think William kind of like sluggishly leans up off of the floor. Puzzle box.
What about it?
What I've been trying to do this whole time. Help you. And turn back time. So none of this happens. There's a device inside that box you carry. Looks at Cody. Why I spent my entire life looking for those pieces of the paragon. Power source. Do so.
So you're telling me that your grand scheme requires all of the shards of a paragon, which we do not possess.
Using partial pieces would be catastrophic, but might function.
Might. The half-baked plan of a distrustful dead pirate is the best we have.
No, probably not the best you have, but it is an option. You said something about turning back time. That's what I've been trying to do.
And where would you go? Apologies. When would you go?
Back when things were simple.
Back when you were alive? Back when you had power? Back when you weren't attached to William?
I wasn't attached to William. I was only attached to the sea and Eleanor.
Eleanor. That's her name. I figured there was someone.
Back before I had power, if you must know.
I figured that too.
My goals are not your goals. I could drop you off. But none of that matters if we don't have the pieces.
I think that used to be true for you. And then you actually started to like William, didn't you? Didn't mind so much being lashed to him. That's why you protected him all those years. From all those bad things in his head. Isn't that right?
Is that true?
I think it might be.
That is an above table question.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you weren't doing the accent.
Is what true?
This is literally Goaty looking back and forth because from Goaty's perspective, Calibran was in a coin that William got perhaps months ago.
Correct.
So
Xenia said, "Don't touch," and then he touched.
Xenia has never done anything wrong.
This
However,
is one of those. I'm gonna ask you to let Emrys cook on this one because I've been percolating this for a while.
well, because like Goaty is now spinning on like, do you for some reason know that Calibran has been there longer?
So here's how I figure it. Calibran knew that William was built to be a weapon. It's why you chose him to be your vessel in the first place. But you couldn't let William fall apart. Because you never would have been able to use him to get the pieces. If you did. So, you protected him. And then Goaty did what he did. And he didn't fall apart. Because he had all of us. And you.
I will say Grendel's kind of been standing off to the side listening to this conversation. She still like has the shard in her hand as she's brushing her thumb over it, and she then kind of looks at Calibran and she just goes, "By chance, did you actually need William to like and like the pieces of the Paragon in order for you to do what you wanted?"
Lived in that coin for good 93 years at least. Meant it's the only thing I could attach to. When Remus Langley came, me and him worked on two things together. The box, pocket, and him. Reports of William.
So you were part of his making.
Research, yes. Magic. The delving to dungeon, dark arts. But we were never successful. The advancements in magic and technology hadn't caught up with our ideas. So we put it on a shelf, or so I thought. I was content with what we had created in that box. It allowed me to do everything I needed. When I felt William step onto my ship, felt the winds change. All my hopes rise to the surface. My mission cut short. Be the Pirate King to collect pieces of the Paragon. Turn back to my life right. The way it should have been. Looks at Grendel. I didn't think I needed William. Complete my goals. But with everything we've done together, I'm afraid now it's the only thing. Whether that's because we're short on time, or because William really is the perfect human.
I bet that when you saddled yourself to him, you didn't think you'd feel like he was a son for you by the end. Probably just thought he was some other thing for you to use to get to what you wanted. But now, I've trusted you, Caliban. I've trusted you for a while. Because I can see in you what I see in myself when I look at my son. Is getting back to her worth losing him?
Turns to Grendel. I don't know. Scar. It's getting to her. Worth losing. And him. Her.
Grendel sits silent for a moment, her thumb still lightly brushing over the shard, holding it like it's just like a precious little bird. And she looks at William and she looks at Caliban. Maybe a few months ago, I would have, when I first met William, I might have considered it. But William, Goldie, even though Xenia is no longer here, Miss Yvette and Emrys, and even Nog, he's kind of like the pet dog. Um, they're all my family. And even if the chances are slim, I've seen what we have endured, what we have made through together. And even if it seems like some reckless, hopeful wish, I would like, even though I know it is an option of what would happen or what could happen, I would like to think or somehow find a way for us to all make it out the other side. We're not only a family, but we all have something that we must come home to. And I refuse to allow anything like that to be set in stone, or any of us to not be able to go home to those we loved. Because we're all fighting for the same reason. It's to not only save ourselves, our family, loved ones, it's to save Vardin, our home. So, even if it seems like a wet dream, I refuse to even think that that is an option. There has to be some way for us to make it out of this without having to sacrifice one of our family. I mean, William's technically already dead, and would there be any possible way for us to be able to make it out of this without destroying somebody that we care about?
Here's the problem, Grendel. While we've been here in the Abyss, a lot more time has passed on the material plane than we think. It might be too late already.
Well, then if it's even too late already, then most would say that there is no point in trying.
Except
But-
if we can turn back time.
All this speculation is good and all. It all comes down to the fact that the key to any possibility of change is sitting in that box. If we're going to be successful going forward, we need to trust every one of this group. Looking at Godi, looking at all of you, and finally to Calibran. Oh, and one more thing. As Ivara points it out, Calibran's head in fires. Passes right through him. For obvious reasons, that was owed.
Mate, I just bought this house. Fucking, you put a hole in the wall?
You'll get over it. This motherfucker
Yeah,
was
well, I will.
responsible for what the fuck I am now, so...
Yeah, but I've known that for like months. You didn't shoot me in the head because I knew.
There's still time for that later.
I so
And I
wish
know.
that my camera worked so that people could see how happy I am.
Point it at his head in fire. Doesn't. It passes through, but not without damage.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. I attack. No kidding.
As he turns his head and comes back to look at you, there is just this section along his face that is just blown off.
I think you understand why.
Didn't pull the trigger on your creation.
But your research with
torment
Langley...
What Langley did to you was his own doing. nothing to do with me.
And yet you knew
What
of it.
little bit
and
to do with you.
had every opportunity to tell me about it. But you didn't.
Did you stop it?
Thank you, Mr. Goldie. See, like, I think right now probably isn't the best time for us to be fighting. I understand that, like, we're all angry
It was
and
just
stuff
a
with each other.
moment of payback. I understand. Focus is we need to open this fucking box and get
Actually,
the key.
yes, I agree. The box, for sure. Now is the perfect time to fight between each other. Because we're all locked in here. We all have to work out our issues before I turn that dial back and we go back to fight. If we're not 100% a team by then, we're all going to die to Ulrich Ball.
So the box we're talking about is the puzzle box, correct?
Yes.
As the rest of them are kind of like arguing amongst themselves, who has the box right now?
Cody.
Always had it.
Cody? Grendel is gonna just kind of slowly shuffle over to Cody. She's gonna like tap him on the shoulder and she's gonna point to the box, asking if she can play with it.
Last
would
time
be
you opened a kill.
a wee bit apprehensive about that.
Last time she opened it, a cloud kill fucking dispersed in the room and fucked up a lot of people.
Well, the last time that it was opened, period, for the listening audience, Cody is having flashbacks to the House of Divination at the Moonshiver Cliffs, when yeah, Victor, in the fucking chat, you were there when a demi-lich damn near killed everybody there, including Cody.
That's fun.
So Grendel says, and I quote, "Can I just kind of play with that a little?" And Cody's hand like instinctively clutches on it. Like, I don't think that's wise.
Well, upon remembering the last time something good came out of that box, Grendel, she like tilts her head to the side and she goes, "Do you remember?" Or I don't. So, question, GM. Obviously, Grendel does not remember Cody, but does she remember what happened when the box was turned to spring?
I think we had restored some of those memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Grendel, she kind of tilts her head to the side. And she goes, Goldie, do you remember when you like shaped the little box into like spring, and then the pretty little jewel came out?"
I do, and I remember this happening as well when I found the frozen claw. And did I manage to give one to Xenia? I don't think that I did. I had plans to, and then the cloud kill happened, and I was a little apprehensive.
Then I almost poisoned all of us, if you remember. I remember.
I do.
died.
I
Yeah,
cannot
this is a very
forget.
small cabin. Let's not.
Well, Goldie, have you ever tried to see if there is like an input for something like love?
There is no need for any speculation because we have the one person in this
the
group that
maker
has
of the
the
puzzle.
answers to the box.
Here.
Yes, and he will only tell us the answers that he needs.
Which is why we all need to hash things out and become a team.
Well, he flat out just
Here
said
and now.
he wishes for a device within the box that can turn back time and that he would drop us off on the way. Funny thing about going back in time, if you leave us at a spot a few months prior and you go decades into the past, what happens to a few months prior? Lord Calibran.
Does the irony of this not strike you at all? And Yvette speaks up from where she was, half resting against the door. Have you learned nothing from Dybex? Time echoes. and one hope. Fulfill something in the name of good. Could have, bless you, catastrophic effects on what is to come. How confident are you in your ability to fulfill your true intent and not do exactly what the Titan claims will happen in the process?
What if you, trying to go back, trying to be with her, is the very thing that causes the end of everything? You're muted.
Would all be worth it. Even if it not understood.
Look, mate, no one gets it better than me. Alright? Maybe William with his ship, but really, no one gets it better than me. I miss my fucking family so much. But if going back to them meant the destruction of the world around them, I would rather die in this place.
We're even to trust the word of Dybex. Us taking the shards. Vardin's already gone.
How do you even know that, William? Who's to say that the guy wasn't just showing us things just to try and prevent us from doing what we were doing? And again, everything is not set in stone just because some demon person said that was.
That is what I'm trying to get to. No matter what, we have an opportunity. An opportunity to go back home before all this started pouring into our world. We could stop the abyssal plague right at its source.
We would need information that we do not have, which is where did it originate? We know it originated with Vorakbal. We know some of his conspirators.
I did have someone working on that, getting that information for us.
And simultaneously, they have both succeeded and failed until we know for sure. And if we go back in time, we will never know.
It's the box with the cat in it. Is it alive or dead? Yeah. That one always did my head in.
I think we already have the answer with us. Calvin, you said you started the research that resulted in my creation.
Most of that research, aside from what Langley, copies of it are in my library.
Sorry. No. Stop. Everyone, he just spoke to me in my mind. Sidebar about that, Raven bitch, as you call her. I sort of made a deal with her when she was in her avatar state and weakened, and I told her that I would kill you. I told her that I would. I didn't know then what I know now. But I did sort of make a deal with the goddess.
What good is deal with the goddess when the realm is destroyed? So let's stay on task and figure out how we can stop this abyssal plague at its source. This is your deal with the Raven Queen stands fuck all
Just
if there is no Vardin.
just putting everything out on the table. So,
Why don't we ask Mr. Armadillo Man?
we're stuck in here.
Oh,
If I take the dial and put it back, it's going to make the key not work for a while. So this is kind of a one-time thing for a bit.
okay.
So we can stay in here as long as we want, but the longer we stay in here, the more the key will break. And yeah,
So we're on our own then, it seems.
well, we can message people outside it. Maybe I don't know. Does that work?
Oh,
Well,
It's
like
magic.
slipping letters under the door?
Kinda, but magically and with a mirror.
to get back on topic
Well,
for a
I
moment,
have a mirror, but I can't do the whooshness.
Caliban, you said you started the research. How far off in time would you have estimated that would allow for my creation to be feasible?
My for life. Probably at least a century.
$100 years.
Going for 6.
He said he was in the coin for 600 years?
Mm-hmm.
And he estimates that Remus's experiments, the availability of technology and research, at least a century is worth of research to be able to produce something like William. And at 600 years later, so it's a big fucking window. And we're not even sure how old William is at this point.
Why don't we ask the source of the plague when the plague started?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? It's the numbers.
You're talking about the plague on your.
What?
Sorry, you cut out towards the end of it.
He's asking what plague?
The necromantic plague, the one.
The goo plague.
Yes.
The abyssal plague, yes.
That's a relatively
New
newer thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was only a few months active when we hit. No, yeah, at least a month active when we hit Greenport first.
Sorry, we know who the source is.
Yeah, let's go kick down
Right.
Vork Ball's door.
I'm saying, we kick down his door, we bust his balls, we fucking ask him. Then we go back in time, we kick his ass then.
Elebren, have you actually used this device to go back in time.
Tried it. It was the first time.
And how successful were you?
Month.
Sorry, Chris. I believe that Caliban's voice is just a little too broody for the microphone.
Yeah,
So
lower the
just
gain a little bit more.
A little more volume.
More oomph.
Yeah, a little more oomph. Say it with your chest, Caliban.
A month. A month is all I got.
Went back as far as a month.
That was with the mage stone. It's still in the box.
Are you saying that so that whoa, Godey's now taken aback? There is a piece of the Paragon within this box.
Yes, there is a piece of the Paragon in the box.
Godey's a little frustrated at that.
I never actually. I don't think I ever actually asked how many pieces of the Pentagon are there in total.
13.
Godey's mouth opens and he says the answer.
I think it was 13.
No, you guys have Sea King's Fang, Gauntlet,
In total.
Buckler. There was another one, wasn't there?
There's Azaran's Tear, which I don't think that we actually
Tear.
have.
Don't
I
have
think
that,
that
but
KD has
got
that one,
one.
right?
The
Sun-
gauntlet.
Yeah, the Sunstone.
Yeah.
There was a fifth one somewhere in the Magisterium Tower in Grand Thorin. We didn't discover that, though.
We
because
discovered the location of some of them because Xenia researched that, and we know where a handful of them are.
Godey also researched. There are 8 pieces. Okay.
8 total. Damn,
So
we're
that means
close.
that one of the 3 that we did not end up actually finding is this Mage Stone.
Because we had it on us the whole time.
Yeah.
But Godey won't let William or Caliban open the box.
Which means we
well,
just need to figure out whatever combination it is, so we
We
can
don't
unlock
need to figure
it.
anything out. We have the answer.
Caliban's right here. He has the combination. Yeah.
What's the combination, Caliban? Why don't you?
I'm
why
not
don't you
giving
tell us?
you a single
He's not
thing
gonna
until we
tell
have
us
the rest of the
unless-
pieces. There's no reason to endanger that piece.
Well, now we are in the abyss, and that means that there are 2 more pieces out of our reach, unless we wish to backtrack completely.
I feel like going back to the material plane. It's letting him win. It's letting him keep. It's letting him keep her, and I don't like that.
If
I
we
don't like that one bit.
if we go back now after getting the 2 shots that we've gotten, I am near certain we guarantee Vardin's destruction.
We need to move forward, but we also need to have as much power as we have, Caliban. And the thing is that even if it may not exactly be enough, we at least need to try. Because if we don't try, especially try with all the effort of which we have right now at our disposal, then the world's going to be doomed anyway. You will never see the love of your life again. You will never get to go into the past and find her. And none of us will get to come home or even get a chance to. We can't go back now. And if you even want a smidge of a chance, we need as much power as we can get right now. And I'm not very smart, but I'm at least logical. That's the word, isn't it? Yeah, logical.
Can't give you what you want out of that box. Because everything inside will die if I do.
what else is in the box that could die.
Eleanor.
The Paragon piece is powering the puzzle cube.
Well,
It
is there
is.
a way that we can get Miss Eleanor out? And maybe,
Eleanor's not in
Okay.
accordance with that puzzle box.
Oh, okay.
I was a little worried there.
But then what else needs to be kept so we need the Paragon in the box, but then we also need the box to go back in time, but then we need the Paragon to have the power to defeat Mr. Balls and then figure out what he's doing and then go back in time to beat up Mr. Balls.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've overcomplicated everything.
It seems we are quite in a pickle right now.
If we take the Mage Stone out of the puzzle box loses it.
There are entire worlds inside of there. Do you understand how difficult it is to hide the amount of treasure that I accumulated over the years, not only from Vardin, but other dimensions as well?
So,
How do you think I traveled? Kept away from the Sovereign all those years.
Well, you're a pirate, aren't you? Wouldn't you just be a boat?
Would any of those worlds be useful to us now?
No. They're my own creations. Most of them just to fuck with people that are trying to get inside. Because that's where I keep my treasure.
Right, okay.
Well, is there anything in the box aside from one of the shards that we could possibly use in our fight against Orak Ball? Maybe a small army, possibly? That would be nice.
We could use a leg up, Calibran.
There's a few undead in there, but maybe Nagiri? I haven't spoken.
That perks up when he says there's a few undead in there.
I haven't spoken to him in quite a long time. He's probably not very happy with me.
What does sushi have to do with this?
Sorry.
Not the yeah. I found him when he was small, about the size of a fish, but he's a blue dragon.
Oh,
Cody's going to mutter under his breath. There is one less undead in there.
oh yes. Yeah, that's right. That's funny.
So,
Anything that can give us an edge up on what we're about to face.
Calibran, what do you think we should do then?
It's not up to me. I'm along for the ride. So
Shut up. What do you think we should do? What would you do if you were us?
You'd still be chasing the Paragons.
Well, that isn't an option right now, unfortunately.
We
if
lost.
I were you, you're this close. Looks over at Grendel. It's close enough to smell. How would that? I wouldn't stop for. Not for all the Paragon pieces in the world.
See, that is kind of my point. We're this close. Going back to the material plane feels like a huge step backwards.
It's a step
We've
back,
already acknowledged that we can't go
but
back.
is it the smart one? Collect the other pieces. Are those the fights you want to take on, or do you go straight for Ball?
Alibrand, you have been attached to William for quite a long time. Have you realized that anything that we do in this party is smart?
That's a good point.
Cody looks offended.
That's a damn good point.
Aside from Goldie, of course.
It's just shrugging like.
To be fair, Cody's not really look offended. Cody actually looks troubled by this prospect, and he's going to say, one of those Paragon pieces, the last time that we tried to acquire it, we lost Millie and Xenia.
They always come at a cost.
Some costs are too great.
For some.
Yes,
It should
but
be a
what
little
is the
bit
cost
easier
of the
now,
whole
at least,
world?
to get that piece. I did kill 2 people that were in our way. I think. Anyway.
Some costs may be too great in the moment. But we have an opportunity with this device to take back what we lost.
But we have no idea what the cost of doing that will be.
Calibran, you used the Mage Stone to power this device, and you bought 1 month. Is the Mage Stone intact?
Mostly.
Oh, Gody shakes his head. Mostly is not yes. Mostly means something bad happened to it.
You used this device to go back to your time.
Try to.
Your one destroys the world. Because you destroyed the Paragon pieces, and the Paragon is what holds the world together.
What would Minderon think? Mr. Dragon Man with the library.
Never met the man.
Mindoran's existence is currently tied to the rest of the Paragons. He has taken the place of the Ember Paragon, and it is not a permanent solution.
Well, is there like a way that we can contact them or something? Or maybe through the paragons, like with the whoosh magic?
Maybe not.
Because obviously Mr. Dragon Man over here really isn't offering that much help.
You tell him.
All right. Sorry, off topic again. Calibran, what's the thing with the rings?
What about him?
Or the rings, Gody. Not Gody, Grendel.
Yeah, Grendel has. Grendel will pull them out.
That's Eleanor's ring.
Right. Know that. What's the magic?
He holds out his hand towards Cody.
Grendel's the one who has the rings.
You have one, right?
Yes. She has
Yeah,
Eleanor's.
When they come together, they do something. What?
Well, if you want to
You
find
wear
out,
them.
hand them over.
When you attune through ceremony these rings, you can travel to each other from any point, from anywhere. No matter where in the cosmos you are, from the astral sea to the 9th layer of hell.
So they basically rings of planar shift, but they only take you to one person. I like it.
I have a
Very
question,
romantic.
DM. These memory shards, are we still able to get inside of them?
If you would like to try.
Now, question,
Mhm.
and just for like theatrical purposes, I'm not gonna like act it out, but it would kind of be like Grendel like muttering to herself. Definitely loud enough for especially Dodie to hear. And if this is like too meta, let me know. But Grendel definitely is thinking out loud while she's thinking this. Would it be possible? Like I know it's technically just a memory shard, but like it's set across any planes. What if Grendel was able to access that memory and give one of those rings to Helene in the memory? Would she be able to call upon Helene even no matter where she is, even in the abyss now? Or would it?
That would be like some form of time travel.
That's some
Yeah,
crisscrossing
because
thoughts.
again, I'm
No.
wondering if it's just a memory or if Grendel is able to actually like
Affect the
We
memory.
Yeah.
affect
we
it.
don't know how it works because both Grendel and Emrys were given an opportunity to change their memory, and neither of you took it.
So this would be like a crystallized, solidified form of that memory.
Okay, so there really wouldn't be any way for her to be able to do that. Okay.
You
All
could-
right.
Yeah.
Well, let's not make it any more complicated. Honestly, that completely made sense to me. I was just trying to
Oh,
do
makes
something
sense.
weird.
Good.
Trying to pull
Hey, man.
a Days of Future Past moment.
Yes, that's kind of what I was thinking, but like just due to the logistics of it, like it makes sense to me. So Grendel, she'll just kind of sit there and she'll just kind of like just again just look at the shard and she goes, "No, that's a stupid idea," and continue like kind of just muttering through her ideas at the moment.
Can we go over one of the biggest elephants that's been in the room for forever? And I'm sorry, Grendel, to have to say this. What if your girlfriend was taken to start this plague? To start this all off? What if she's the
Well,
reason it works?
the plague didn't start with my Helene. The goo monsters and the goo and the corruption
Right,
itself happened before that.
maybe it took a while to get her ready or whatever, but maybe
By the time that the plague started being the amount of distribution and the distillery, the distilling of the elixirs, I find it hard to believe that Helene would be the source of this type of plague.
except she's had a lot more time to work on it here.
We've only been doing this for like 3 months, 4 months, canonically, Chris. It hasn't been that long. And then Helene was taken before William joined the group.
Yeah, summer festival. So like at most like 6 months since and up to the point where you came into the abyss, I would say would be the rest of the game.
And they already had a
Yes, I
whole
know that
distribution
Helene-
network and everything, and distillery process. Yeah, it's too complex for it to be hinged on one person being abducted.
And Amras, even if Helene was a part of this, I know, and I know in my heart of hearts, and it's not just because I love my dear Helene dearly with all of it. I know for a fact she was never one to want the flowers to die, to allow this plague to happen, to
Oh no,
watch.
I'm not saying she's doing it willingly. I'm saying he's changed her somehow, and because of that change,
I have an idea.
she's unwittingly killing our world.
Chris,
Oh my god.
I hope that's not the case. I really do.
Chris,
She's fine
how
and just an occasional.
how common knowledge is tiefling bloodlines for the people of Vardin?
And may I roll a history check to see if Helene had mentioned anything in particular about tiefling bloodlines?
Look at us cooking together.
Go
Was
ahead.
Helena tiefling?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Helene's a
she's,
tiefling.
she's,
Oh.
she's a beautiful tiefling. Yeah, she's the goth
You said
tiefling
it like
girlfriend.
a million times.
And what's the possibility that she is the bloodline of Borak Ball?
I will beat up my father-in-law or future father-in-law. And then we're going no contact.
They're going down. What's that history check?
Yes.
Oh, give me a minute.
Would Grendel rather help William with a history check? For
Well, the thing is
advantage?
I was going to ask Chris if I could have possible like advantage on the history check, considering that Grendel's seeking out her own knowledge of Helene and what she has said.
Mhm.
Guidance.
Advantage.
Guidance? Heck
I
yeah.
give guidance to whoever needs it.
All right. Don't fuck this up for me.
Don't have any. Would this count as a short rest?
Buddy, we're gonna be in here for like.
I'm
as long as you
asking
want.
for my ability to roll some superiority die, because otherwise I'm still fucking fucked right now.
By now we've had a short rest. We
Okay.
will be having a long rest.
Okay,
over
I
the course
just-
of this discussion.
That is a flat 14, and with guidance, that is a 17 in total.
Oh. No, I do get my charges back on a short rest. Why isn't it?
Helene, what would they know about tiefling bloodlines involving Helene?
I don't think Helene would even know about tiefling bloodlines because Grendel,
Actually-
you knew her mother and Helene, and as far as you can remember, it was just the two of them. And if you recall, it did come up in a previous session. There was no father mentioned, which isn't
She's never-
uncommon for a single mother.
I got
Yes.
a Madison IV 20 on
God
history.
damn it. I'm gonna be right back. I'm still
For
listening.
knowledge on tiefling bloodlines and who would have had the most influence in recent or in most recent history in Vardin. Because fuck, it could be as subtle as just a momentary interaction with a lord of the abyss or the hells to warrant a tiefling offspring. I'll let you take the reins. What does a Madison IV 20 give me?
As far as tiefling bloodlines, I mean, the general knowledge is obviously there has to be interaction between typically mortal and some sort of demonic or devil, or someone who has or is under contract with a devil and has those
Stipulations.
those connections.
Yeah.
That's typically the knowledge around that.
Most likely. I don't know the nature of Helene's. I'm assuming she has some magical connection, but on the off chance that she made a pact with a fiend or devil, or her parents could have made a pact, or she's a descendant of a hellish lord.
Hey, Rand. Helene actually never really mentioned her father. She was only raised by her mother.
But
Absentee dad. I get
Which-
it.
the chances of her abduction could be tied to the fact, tied to her tiefling nature.
That's more or less why I'm putting it out there that he needed her to start this all happening.
It could be just that he wants her by his side for.
You're thinking like a human, mate.
Or, or a power-hungry fiend that wants his offspring to be at his side when he takes over the material plane.
Well, considering that he wasn't really present as a father, it makes me wonder why he would want to insert himself now for trying to get custody.
I just had a thought that if I'm right, I'm gonna be sick.
Oh God. Oh God.
And the
Oh,
only way that I
gosh.
can figure it out is by Godi ritual casting divination.
Ooh.
Saucy, saucy, saucy.
His Majesty Lord GM, I would like to do this. Godi will put out his cloth for casting runes, and as he holds a handful in his hands, hoping to contact, I don't even know who would be the best option for this, but I guess putting it out to the ether. And this is such a fourth dimensionally involved question that I need to word it correctly. Godi wants to know,
Who's daddy?
has this device already been used in such a way that it has affected the current timeline?
The device, the puzzle box.
No,
The device that is being spoken of that can apparently go back in time.
I have the name of the
Godi
device.
Godi is asking if that device has been used to affect this timeline. And as I'm extrapolating this to make sure that the intent behind my question is clear, Godi is trying to figure out if we accidentally give this to Vorak Ball and he went back in time to get Helene. Meaning that we fail, he gets a bunch of Paragon pieces and this device, and then Vorak Ball goes back in time to set events into motion that we cannot stop.
Kind of clairvoyance
Did this
thing. Okay.
already happen? Is what Godi is getting at. And I don't even know if this is a way that he can find out, but I'm sick.
And he went back and diddled Helene's mom.
Oh, God.
Whoa, hey, calm down. Hang on.
Being crazy.
In
Wow.
for the time with Cody.
While Chris is pondering the answer to that, Yvette is just going to speak up and say, there's something that strikes me watching all of you. The veil is so thin. It's a wisp. If one were to put your hand through it, it would not break, it would give, and you would so easily brush the other side. If your finger were to catch on it, oh, it would tear. It could be 6 days. It could be 6 months. A century, a millennia, or more. But I think by the end of all this, all of you are going to end up just like him. And she looks to Calibran.
I'm not entirely
Because
certain.
tethered to this world by your sorrow and your grief, the Veilkeeper makes sure of that.
I am not tethered to anything but my Helene.
And your Helene is part of this world now. All of you have given so much for it. Are willing to. You are this world. And it is you. And I don't think it would so easily let you go.
Not to be droll or anything, but I don't really have much to worry about because my soul's forfeit as part of the arrangement with Caliban, so I cease to exist after.
And Calibran is still here.
I'm just saying, once I get what I want, Caliban is free to do whatever he cares to with my soul. So, I'm basically sustenance at this point. This is me just trying to lighten the mood, but probably dark humor. Sorry.
William, I don't think you're doing a good job.
It's dark humor. You wouldn't get it.
I don't like humor when it's dark. I like it with the lights on, especially candlelight.
Yvette leans over to Gertie and just asks, is it quite normal for him to talk so much yet say so little?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways, Halbrand, what was the name of the device? You told me before, but I can't seem to recall at the moment.
Astral
Time-O-Matic
Key.
3000.
Astral Key, that's right. Astral Key.
Cody, for your divination, a whisper, breeze comes back to you for your question. The device used, it has been. Altered strands exist, but none have been sewn into the tapestry.
Me making sure that I'm interpreting this correctly. It has been used, and there are strands that are not yet woven into the time stream. This means that it's going to get used, but the fate of how it's used is uncertain? Question mark?
Too many
Decent
possibilities.
interpretation.
Yeah. So that's good.
Am I that doesn't
So technically nothing's set in stone, right?
well, nothing's set in the time stream, but stone, I guess, is a good analogy.
Oh, I said sewn because it was like it was described as a tapestry. It was a really terrible joke. I'll go sit in the corner.
No, you're absolutely fine, my dear. But this doesn't exactly tell me who used it, because Godey's worried that Vorok Ball did. Damn it, Chris, you're such a good DM leaving things up to ambiguity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Godey's going to he has to think out loud. That's how I'm gonna reason this. The astral key, as you called it, will be used It is being used, it has been used, it will be used. However, the fate of how it is used or who uses it is still uncertain.
Which means it's up to us. We hold our own
It's
fates in our hand,
ultimately-
Cody. Need to but take it.
Sorry, point of confusion. We all go back in time. You're saying you're gonna drop us off. How do you and William? Do our souls go back in time? And we land in the bodies we.
If things go the way that we've arranged, I die. I cease to exist.
William's
Faithfully.
soul is also held inside the box, which is another reason I can't give you the Mage Stone, because he will
Die.
pass away along with all the rest of the souls I've collected through years of pirating.
So that's where
Legend.
it's being held. Okay. I thought it was in my head the whole time. I felt special. You lied to me.
Aw,
So
that does put a hinge in things.
Yeah.
They-
Listen, I made this arrangement knowing full well that I was more than likely not going to make it out at the end of this.
Right, well, you're an idiot. We knew that.
Okay. Mr. Dragon Man. So you say you have like a bunch of souls and like you have some monsters and this like little key thing that she points it to what Cody's holding in his hands. Is there any way that like we can use like all the powers like combined or something? Or if these are souls that you already own, is there any way that you can like draw whoosh from like those souls or something like that and make something like a giant like like above table? I want to say Captain Planet, but I'm not going to.
You said our powers combined, and I started singing the Captain Planet theme song.
For me, it was
But-
Voltron.
Basically,
But you have all these souls, Calibran. Like, is there anything that you do with them? Like, do you just laugh at them? Do you just contain them? Do you just keep
Heals.
them? What is it? You have to get at least something from these souls. Do any of them have like whoosh magic or something that you can like utilize or something? Like maybe make like I don't know much about this whoosh magic thing, but like you have to have kept these souls for a reason, and maybe you can use them somehow. Or
Breathe.
I don't know.
Breathe and let him talk.
Souls I have are damned. Most of them.
So's the whole
done
goddamn
things.
world right now.
Yeah, it's true. These are bad people. I don't. Ones that deserve torment that I have to offer.
Well, can you torment the powers out of them?
No,
Okay,
but they do
never mind.
sustain me.
I
Well,
feel.
if they sustain you, can you utilize them?
That's how he supplies me with my abilities, Grandma.
Well, then maybe you can give some extra whoosh to Lilia. I don't know how this
I
whoosh magic
could.
goes.
I
Cody,
could.
can
I
you-
could siphon probably 10 souls into William before he exploded from the inside out.
Oh, but I thought he was the perfect human.
Yes, well, apparently perfection has a limit.
perhaps it's
Wait,
all
are you
the
saying
time.
you tried already?
No.
Do I believe him?
From all insight.
No, I'm just being an asshole.
William's definitely doing it.
As far as if you already tried that?
Yeah.
No.
Even a perfect human will have its limits. He's not wrong about that.
16
One
insight.
soul, a second, a third, up to a 10th, that would fracture your mind in 10 different ways.
Well,
Oh,
we
he
already
turns
know William's
to-
brain is broken.
Goldie turns to Yvette. You speak in a way that has a perspective on the world around you so vastly different than any person I've ever spoken to. What are you?
Well, could it be that I've simply been trapped in a world so vastly different from yours for so long?
That doesn't answer my question. That answers where were you? What are you?
Yvette's sighs, and you see her lower sensor and one of her gloved hands reach towards the veil that she slowly peels and removes from her face. The figure you see beneath is a human woman. Dark brown hair, dark eyes, slight crow's feet crinkling in the corners that place her age somewhere between 30 or, well, difficult to say. She has one of those faces. And the weight of the gaze that lingers on you feels like the crushing sadness of centuries, years, minutes, centuries, years, minutes, the swirling mass of confusion that sort of dims and lights in her eyes. I was a soul trapped in the garden. What more I can't tell you.
Can't or won't?
The only chance for me to have done so died with Dybex. He offered. I refused. Perhaps I
She
should
doesn't
not have
remember.
done so, but that was spite.
Whose spite? Yours?
When you torment a creature to the point where it offers anything to escape it, you know that taking that offer is only giving it what it wants, satisfying them, and goes against all that had been done prior. If it was to succumb to its end, let it be in its own shame, and only its shame.
Who was this Dybex?
You met him. It's the thing that it was. Another entity in the abyss, like Yongo, like the mistress, like the stag at the pool.
Some of these individuals I have seen, but Dybex was not one of them. I would remember.
It wasn't Goaty who met Dybex.
I
It
wish the
was
other.
other
Yeah.
Goaty.
The Goaty.
Goaty.
Goody.
A fragment of you has seen. It was not you, it was different, and it faded before I crossed the threshold. An echo of what you could have been. Might still be, perhaps. What do I have?
He is confused. Talking about, oh, like what you could have been. Where did this figment come from? Dybex?
I believe so. One of his many fragments of possibilities.
And who who was this Dybex that has control over possibility?
This Titan of Time. Or so he was before your friends took care of it.
He
Oh,
was the
I
one who
did do
told
as
us
we
to go to-
agreed. They are well enough. None of them vanished from this world permanently.
Yeah,
They
we
are
don't-
hale and whole.
almost died fighting that fucker. That was suicide. Embodied.
Mr. Goldie, he was the one who told us that we would be the reason that the Vardin would end, but I again refuse to believe that, especially if, as you said, things were not set in stone.
There's no reason
Nothing
to
is set in
doubt
stone.
Dybex's words, as we already knew Vardin was doomed. That's the whole reason why we set out on this mission. We knew
I say there's
Vardin's
any reason to
destruction.
doubt.
It's just a matter
If
of
we already know Vardin is doomed, how's about we get some fucking revenge? Hey,
I'd rather save it.
how? If it's doomed, how do you save it?
By stopping it at its source. Stopping
Vorik Ball.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
get revenge.
stopping the apocalypse where it originates. That being said, even if what we do is futile, here and now, Calbran presents us an opportunity, a chance to start over, give us a leg up in the fight. We could start this whole fight over. Go back to Greenport.
Again, would we be going back our physical bodies, or would our souls be going back to weaker bodies? Because if we go back to weaker bodies and we want to fight Vorik Ball right there, that sounds fucking stupid to me.
What if we're not even supposed to stop it at all, though? Like, people say that, like, sometimes, my Helene, she would always tell me, especially when I would get really sad in the winter, whenever the flowers would die, and maybe some things are meant to come to an end for them to be made again, for them to be made back better. Maybe the Vardin will end, but maybe it wouldn't end in a way that we think it is. Maybe it's something to
Anything that
destroy.
the Abyss has influence over is not something that I want to wait around for. The Abyss is
What
not.
do you even know
But
about
if we
this
can't
Vorik?
stop it,
What do we know about Vorik Ball? Nothing. We haven't been able to learn anything about him. We haven't had time to research him, which is frustrating to me, because how am I supposed to be
So
somebody I don't know?
You're going to jump into another abyssal layer blind.
That's what.
Like, I'm
what
all
we've been
all
doing
for
from
it.
the
That's what
very
you've been
beginning.
doing. Yeah, you've been doing it. But you see that last one?
We had no idea what we were faced with, and we all nearly died. We cannot survive another blind jump into the Abyss. There's no way.
It's an impossible choice you have. Do you continue forward and maybe kill yourself, or do you go back and
Also
Go
kill
back in
ourselves?
time, give ourselves more time to survive, and learn. Learn from our mistakes.
that involves getting the other, what, 3 pieces of the Paragon?
We already have 5.
Would you learn from your mistakes, or would you make new ones following a route not yet traversed?
Exactly what I'm worried about.
When you
We can paralyze
Alright.
ourselves with the chances of possibility all we want. Possibility is infinite, no matter what we decide. But what we decide now, in this moment, determines whether or not we survive another day.
I don't think we should decide anything right now.
I'm
I
too
think
fucking tired.
We
I
have
need.
infinite time. We should
What?
sleep on it.
My arm's fucking falling off. I need time to
Yeah.
research.
I will say this. When you arrived, when we first met, you all had such conviction that forward was the way to go. You were clawing at any chance for success. So determined. That's why I decided to stay with you. Now it feels like you're doubting yourselves.
Not
It
me.
almost
I still
feels
want to go
like
forward and kill a fucker.
giving up.
I agree with
That
Emrys.
is what you would be doing, giving up. When you've covered such ground and then wish to take steps back, you can argue that it's to prepare, but there is no real preparing for the road that lies ahead.
I feel like us trying to go backwards is like us trying to go about on the what ifs. What if we did this? What if we did that? She holds up the memory shard of her and Helene. I could have changed something in this. I could have done something different. But the thing is that we made it here, this far, on our own. And there has to be a reason that we did it. And honestly, I don't think even if we did go back in time, I wouldn't do anything different. Because the only reason we made it this far is because we got stronger. We continued to claw forward, and I decided to dive into the abyss without even a second fucking thought. And I know the thing is that if we go back in time, we could also lose everything that we have. If we step forwards, we can also lose everything that we have. There is death and loss all around us. But there is one thing that we can do. And the only thing that we can do, I think, is to move forward. I say we definitely need to prepare ourselves for as best as we can, but I don't think that there is anything in the past that we can fix that is going to change here and now. There is a reason we are here in this moment. Why would we want to take that away? Because the what ifs don't mean anything.
We've been fighting
Because
on
they're
the
in the
back
past.
foot this whole time. Back foot. We nearly all died.
So do you want to just nearly die in the past, or should we nearly die in the future? At least we tried to make an effort to try and move forward instead of just trying
Do
to
you
think
not
that we can just
recall
recover.
facing off against both me, Emrys, and Gody? Do you not recall
You
that?
don't think I'd remember that? I recall everything that we've been through. And that
Exactly.
is the reason why I think it's
And
not
that
something
was
that we
just
should just throw
a
away.
titan.
What?
That's not a lord of the abyss, Grendel. A titan. A titan took 3 of
And
us
yet
down.
somehow, we still made it out the other side.
Barely.
And as
We weren't prepared for that. We need time to prepare. I cannot plan in the midst of battle. I can adapt in the midst of battle. I cannot plan.
And then that is what we will keep doing, is adapting. We can never prepare for anything that's going to happen in the abyss, William. You know that. We've never prepared for anything or any of this to happen. But what do you know what we did? We adapt. We adapted. We evolved. And in those moments, yeah, we might have gone off in the skin of our teeth. And we also might have lost a lot of people along the way. But the thing is that I feel like going backwards is not going to accomplish anything in this.
It's not going backwards. It's still going forwards with a new perspective. What Calbrand offers us another opportunity to not even fix, prepare ourselves. Buy us more time. Buy us more time.
How much time do you think it's going to take for us to prepare to go against the fucking Lord of the Abyss? To fight against technically a god.
I'll take any time I can get.
We could go back in time hundreds and hundreds of times.
Okay. Look, the more and more I think about it, when it comes down to it, going back in time is a mistake on its face.
Going back in time
It's
gives
just-
me time to research Vorak Ball. Gives me time to learn about him.
It's an incomplete plan, boy, though.
Yes, it's incomplete, but
The amount of hurdles that we have to cross before we get to the point of being able to turn back time.
Exactly.
you said you
what
got
if
back
we
a
get
month
more
with
of
just
this time?
We
one.
won't be able to do that.
You said you got
And
back
what if it-
in time with one
Okay.
piece of the Paragon. We have
Yeah,
5.
a month, and it cost me my life.
We have 5.
And then we'll be left with less of what we even had before that.
And if going back in time destroys the pieces,
I cracked the
What
last
then?
one that I had. I was young and foolish and ambitious and desperate. It almost cost me my hope.
I just want to
And
get
who's to
everyone
say
back.
going-
That's all I want.
You know,
I want everyone to survive. And if I can learn more about Vorak Ball, the more likely I can get every one of you home.
But William, what if us going back in time also gives an advantage to Orakbal? What if the more that we sit and study him, the more he's able to sit and study us like he always has been?
I don't
more.
think we should focus on what ifs. I really don't.
Which is why I don't think we should go back in the past!
Exactly.
I think what this has come down to is, Captain, I believe your crew have spoken against you.
Well, to be fair, I haven't been captain for quite some time, and I've been chasing after my crew since we got down here. I entered into the abyss on death's door because we tampered with my mind, and then somebody decided to go into a suicide pact with a demon,
No,
which opened a
not a
portal
suicide
that
a death pact.
death pact, suicide, same thing. And then a portal opens up, and Grendel goes charging in amidst the battle, dealing with this demon. I've been on death's door since we arrived here.
You've been dead since even before we arrived here, William.
Grendel,
Then, William,
how would you like that
pose
death to be
you-
permanent?
I pose one more question then.
In this moment?
Can you achieve this plan by yourself?
No, I can't achieve anything without my crew. I am
Then
asking
there is no
time
reason.
so I can learn about our enemy. Patience, so I can find his weaknesses. And understanding, so that I can guide you to the killing blow. Because I can't do this on my own. You can't do this
Oh my
on your
God.
own.
You
With-
asked. You have asked. They have given your responses. At this time, I don't believe there is any reason to argue further and continue fracturing yourselves from the inside. Emrys, what is your thought?
Emrys has run off. He's going all around the cabin. He's pulling things off shelves. He's like searching over the entire cabin. Something has occurred to him. Powerful fucking
Grendel-
enchanting wizard. Can't have any books. Where the fuck are the books?
Grendel's gonna turn to William and she goes, "You were talking about wanting to find more research, wanting to find the perfect blow, but you have taught me in all of the months that we have been together fighting, learning how to not just evolve but adapt on the battlefield. There is never such thing as a perfect battle plan, and you know that, William. And the thing is, we've gone in with much less planned battle plans before. the only way that we could possibly maybe even find the weakness is by getting close to Orak Ball, and I think that's the reason why he would want us to stay as far away as possible, because the closer we get to him, the closer we are to figuring out what that weak point is, the closer we are to finding what that perfect blow is. But if we decide to go back and try to retrace our steps, try to figure out of the what ifs, and try to change anything, it's not going to do anything. We as warriors, William, you and myself and everyone in this family, we need to evolve. We need to adapt, like you've always told me. There's never going to be the perfect plan, and it seems like that's all you're trying to do. It never has been that way.
I haven't been able to make a single plan since we arrived in the Abyss, because you guys haven't given me a chance to fucking plan. You guys just kept charging forward and kept me chasing your coattails. Again, I charged into the Abyss at death's door, chasing after you.
You're still hell, aren't you?
And I didn't hesitate for a moment, knowing full well that the next battle could be my fucking last. All I'm asking
So why hesitate
is
now?
patience. Let me learn. Let me find something. Give me a moment to understand the enemy. Because if we charge against this Vorak Ball with no understanding of what he has prepared, I will lose all of you. And I know that.
But you're not asking for a moment, William. You're asking for us to go back months and months and months.
I was
possibly
merely
even years
I was merely
to
presenting
figure
an
out.
opportunity. That is not the only plan of attack. Yes, going back
Ball, firstborn of Mayella, daughter of Zion. Mayella grasps Vardin. Ball consumes her. Ball wishes her place. Light, dark, battling. Mayella falls. Vardin falls. With that, Godi drops 2 woven tapestries onto the central table of this room, one of which being a tapestry made of purple hues and golden embroidery defined by delicate yet sturdy style. The second appears to be purple with this golden embroidery and a crimson red spreading through it as if blood were seeping through the fabric.
Gosh.
We're losing.
It's never been in question.
KD's
Losing what?
magic has found us. It's been 4 months since we left. Perhaps more now, since a few seconds have passed in the time of me reading these.
I'm a fucking genius!
Are
William, you want to learn? Here's your fucking chance.
I believe Godi
As he
was
pulls a
giving.
secret door open, and there is a room with a full library and an enchanting table. He's a fucking wizard. He's a fucking wizard. He made this thing. I knew he had to have one.
Okay. Thank you. Godi. What did Katie tell you?
Ezio Vargas and Belarius Stride have both been assassinated, allowing the vacuum to be occupied by one Trevor Malfort.
Which I've predicted, yes.
As if things were not bad enough, there is a long dormant volcano underneath Grand Soren that is no longer dormant. Its existence tied to Astaroth, Maya's firstborn drake, if anybody would recall that from their history lessons.
I wasn't good at history. I'm sorry.
This would probably be William's forte.
KD is using all of his resources to keep the fractured sigils intact and keep Astaroth from arising. However, the damage to the weave is becoming more and more frequent.
So they broke the chains of Astaroth. Okay.
Even though clerics are doing whatever they can to halt the spread, it is still becoming harder and harder for Vardin to survive. Strands have been left from the future to the past. Their link to what happens uncertain. Possibilities are endless, however, people are not, and their certainty in what they will do is. And there are things that all of us would absolutely do, and things that all of us absolutely would not, myself included. And if that means that we did what our absolutes would provide, and we are still failing, the game must be changed. Goaty places on top of these two tapestries the puzzle box.
Okay.
I would never consider giving this to anyone else in this room. Perhaps that's our downfall. Cody goes and explores this new room.
I found a library.
Along with William.
I just had a really horrible idea. I wish I didn't have.
There's been many horrible ideas made by several people in this cabin. Emrys, why should you be any different?
It has to do with my theory that Helene is the apex of the plague. I wish I didn't have to say this out loud. I wish I never thought it. What if we send Helene back in time with Grendel, and Grendel stops Helene from ever being taken?
I've tried. And even then, she holds up the shard.
No, Grendel, I mean, you stop her from being taken.
If you... Insight check, is he asking her to kill Helene?
I don't want to say that.
That's why I'm insight checking it.
Yeah, he's telling you straight out.
Oh.
Let's take a quick 5 minute. If you want to go down that road, because somebody needs to go to the bathroom really fucking bad.
Is it Tater?
So let's take a quick 5 minute. If you, Chris, is that cool? If we take a quick 5 minute and resolve whatever this little.
Yeah, and then we'll resolve this up in like 10-15 minutes and wrap things up.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Bye.
Okay.
Welcome back, guys.
Perfect.
You guys are so amazing. Chris, phenomenal storytelling. Always.
All right. So we are deliberating, correct?
William at this point is given the opportunity to do research. He's full on delving into these books. So, if
This is more Emrys trying to be grown up and letting Grendel know that things might not work out the way she wants them to.
So, upon Emrys pretty much suggesting to kill off Helene, Grendel, she sits there, her brows furrow for a solid minute. It's very rare that you see Grendel's face sour like this. And she just turns to Emrys and then looks at the rest of the party of whoever's remaining. She goes, I'll tell you one thing. If you are going to make me go back and, as you are suggesting, killing my Helene, my world, the only thing tethering my soul to not only this world, but to this mission, to my own life. Not only will you be losing Helene, but you will also be losing me, because wherever she goes, I go.
Grendel, I know
I
that.
will not leave this world without her. She will not leave this world without me. If it's going to end in such a way, then it ends together with us.
I know that. It's the same exact thing I would do if you told me I had to go back in time and kill Nina.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I'm definitely not going to pass it, but I'm just going to, this is Grendel being like, she knows how he is with Nina.
Yvette is just going to lay a hand on Grendel's shoulder in what looks to be a calming motion, but really she's casting guidance.
Ooh.
So that's a 19 minus 2. 19.
That's a D4.
Oh, a D4. So flat. It is a 19 minus 2. For 19, 17, and then with the D4. So that will be a Mia Khalifa 20.
Jeez.
It might shock Grendel to know that Emrys would not hesitate to kill his own wife to give his children a future. He would not hesitate to kill her to give the world a future. He would not hesitate. Not for a moment. And then after that, he would not hesitate to cut his own throat.
Grendel just looks at Emrys, not only in not in exactly, it's not really disappointment. It's definitely pain though. But then there's also this very faint glimmer of understanding, especially when it comes to love. And she honestly does not have a response for that as she looks at Emrys. She kind of just...
I hope I'm wrong. I hope she's fine in a cage somewhere, just locked away.
The thing is, flowers do not belong in cages. They belong in the sunlight where they belong. And if it means we both must go for us to reach toward the sunlight, even if we must be buried and replanted as seeds, then so be it. Perhaps something else will grow of it. But I will not take on that option unless it is the ever last resort.
I just want you
But
to
right
know
now,
that it's a possibility. That I've been thinking on it for a long while. And
Just
it's
as
the
there's-
only conclusion I can reach.
just as there's many possibilities and conclusions, but I'm not ready to settle on that one.
I understand.
She's going to turn, and she is going to kind of step to the side for a little bit as she letting the others explore the other room and the books and everything. And she just leans up, probably maybe against a wall with like a bunch of pillows in it. And she presses her back against the wall and just slowly sinks down. And you hear a thunk as she finally settles in, and she again pulls her hand into her I guess breast pocket would be at this point. Bras or breast pockets. I'm just gonna say that. Bras or breast pockets. Um, Pulling out the memory shard as she just slowly strokes it with her thumb, and she
Stop.
closes.
Stop it.
Go sit in the corner. Just bad,
Well,
bad.
while you
But
do that,
okay, sorry.
go ahead.
Oh, the last thing, she's pretty much just reminiscing all of these memories, and she is currently just at the moment very much contemplating what possible difficult decisions are going to be made in the ongoing future, because she doesn't feel like she's really able to, aside from like her silly ideas, she feels like she really can't contribute to anything. She's not good and well versed in magic. The only thing she's good at is fighting and clawing her way through. And so she's just savoring the memories and just trying to really find her place in what she's supposed to do in this plan that we have no plan for, really.
Emerson
As you do
going
that,
to
go
go
ahead.
to the sink and draw her a cup of water and just place it next to her and walk away. Just
Hear the metal ring of kind of like a revolver sound, the barrel, that clicking sound when you spin it really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hear that, and a couple metallic presses as Caliban stands at the table with the cube in his hand. As he and it changes shapes. As three of the prongs open, out of the middle, a small forked boulder rises up holding a matching ring. Plucks it, sets the cube on the table as those metal clamps close once again. Boots, you hear them clomp on the floor towards you, Grendel, as he holds it down towards you. It says, "That's right. Just stand by your convictions. They're a wedding gift." As he drops it into your hand.
Grendel takes it, slowly closes her fingers around it, only to bring it up to her mouth, opening it just very gently, like she's holding a baby egg, like a baby bird egg. And she gently kisses it, and she puts it into the same hand as the shard, and just wraps her hand around it and pulls it to her chest. And she goes, "Come hell or high water, or even the end of the world, me and my Helene will find each other once again in the end. Whether it be the end of the world or the end of our lives as we grow old together."
Hey, Chris. I would like to tear into this library.
there was gonna be that.
What are you looking for?
any and all mentionings of Vorak Ball and his history, specifically historically wise. Any and all mentionings of Vorak Ball and his activity on the material plane and what thwarted his activity on the material plane.
Like boinking Helene's mom.
Is there a focus of study of the books within this library?
Yes, that
There is a
would help
focus
too.
of study. It is transmutation mostly.
Yet.
Transmutation mostly.
Yeah. As you go around, when Emerus opened up the cabinet that led to this secret room in this cabin, handful of golden marbles rolled out and across the floor and into some of the floorboards. As you're perusing through here, you see a few of the marbles distributed through the books and the pages in here. As you sift through some of the books, you there's again, mostly the course of study is transmutation,
Shit.
duplication, studies around being in more than one place at the same time, which kind of delves into the dial there of being able to attune to various planes of existence timelines and
Right.
therefore be in multiple places or return to them just a second later or a second before you had to be there. As you're going through and sifting through, as these marbles get pushed, they seem to attract to one another the more close they interact.
Yeah.
Grendel, one rolls across the floor towards you, and you recognize this. It looks very similar to the entire bag of marbles that you have carried for a very long time.
We have yet to resolve.
Grendel is going to pick it up and just hold it between two fingers very gently. And again, she knows nothing of whoosh magic. She's just gonna look at it and just kind of gently tap the side of it just to see if there's any kind of reaction or anything like that. She definitely sees those familiar. Does she have those marbles on her, or is that Goaty?
It's you. Yeah, you have those.
Oh, it's me. I have them. Grendel is then gonna pull out the others and just make a comparison to make sure that they look exactly the same.
You look at them and they are exactly the same. The same kind of glittery yellow swirl on the inside of each one of the orbs. As you open the bag, the one in your hand glows twice as bright.
Goldie! There's
these were
something
the
whooshy.
these
There's
were the,
something whooshy going on here.
these were the same marbles that we managed to swipe off of the fucking incinerator.
No, this was at the very beginning of the campaign. These were on a ship, I believe.
Oh, okay. So this was before
Long
William's time.
We've
Okay.
never
That was
used
a long
them
time
though.
ago.
I thought
But,
this was the same artifacts that
immediately
was on the
seen-
incinerator.
Immediately seeing the glowing, Grendel just holds up the handful of marbles in one hand, and then the other marble in it. She goes, "Goldie, I don't know if I'm supposed to let these get close to each other because I know when things grow bright that they tend to either go ploo explode, or there's some kind of whooshy whoosh that happens, and I'm not good with the whooshy whoosh."
Grendel, calm yourself. And Goaty's going to
I haven't been calm this whole time since we've been down here.
I know.
So you should calm yourself. And Goaty in this moment has that sort of mentality of radical acceptance. shit's gonna happen now, and we're just here.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. So yeah, sure. Let's go see what's happening with Grendel's glowing balls.
Which one is glowing the brightest?
One in her
The one in
hand.
her hand has gone from a low glow to a bright shine. The others inside all have about the same level of light as the one that's now in her hand.
So I will say she has the handful of what they've gathered in one hand, and she has the other one in her other hand. And she has them like separated like this because she's scared to bring them together because she's just like, oh my god, something's happening. I don't know what to do. Like,
She's not incorrect. But
If
let's go ahead.
If Grendel allows, Yvette is going to gently touch the brightest glowing one, but she's holding in her other hand and cast Identify.
be careful, Miss Yvette. I don't want you to go whoosh whoosh.
Would
This
hardly be the
marble
first time.
is known as Gibbous Dibbins.
That sounds like a constellation or a star.
It is. I think it's a nebula.
Give us Gibbons.
Gibbous Dibbins.
Wait,
Gibbons.
this is all in Yvette's head. Go ahead. Yeah, my bad.
Let me see. I'm not familiar with the spell Identify.
Tells you the nature of the spell, the school of magic.
It's transmutation.
Transmutation.
If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties and how to use them.
But if it's
Whether it
curse,
requires attunements, how many charges it has.
but if it has a curse on it,
ongoing
then
spells affecting the
that's not
item.
revealed. Unfortunately. Unless the item specifically says that its curse is identified.
That's the other way around.
These,
As the dragon matchmaker lady would say, for the tea.
these marbles, their intended use is to be in more than one place at one time.
Okay.
However, their intended use currently is to be as close to each other as possible.
Like Grendel and Finley.
Is there anything that will be picked up in regards to like detrimental effects?
No.
Yeah. Does the nature of the spell identify as to why they need to be in close proximity at one time? Aside, are they just drawn to each other, or is it?
They are drawn to each other, yes.
Okay.
I've just sent you a description of the spell, Chris. And while that's happening, Eva just turns it in her hand gently, and then puts it back in the pile with the others. And she says,
Careful, careful, careful.
they want to be close to each other.
As that clacks in, Grendel, you feel the bag of marbles in your hand move. Like the marbles themselves are like rolling around. As you look in, a face begins to form out of the marbles. And a mouth appears in one eye and goes, "Hello! Who's there?" And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay. Alright. We have 2 weeks to process that.
That's
I'm gonna be
amazing.
fine.
All right. All right, Chris, sign off. Let's do it.
We love you all. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time on To Be Diced.